I always like to ISO the top of this yeast container a couple of times prior to opening that up and getting ready to use it. Imperial Harvest, 17 liters, going in our 16.5 barrel batch. All right, we're gonna add this yeast. I think you'll be able to see us up there. I have been ISOing this yeast container repeatedly because I have OCD. I also ISO my gloves. I make sure that I have some good clean gloves on, nothing that I've been doing like a lot of work with. So everything is good and happy. I'm gonna have Josh bring the yeast over to me. I'll take the lid off of it, Josh. You can just let it run here. Even when I climb the ladder, I try not to really use the primary portion of my gloves. And what we're going to be leaning on when we do this is some of the positive pressure in the tank. This thing is going to want to pop a little bit when I take this off. Am I wearing safety glasses? Good. Sometimes these get stuck on. Boom. I'm going to want to turn this as quickly as I can. Again, I've been ISOing my gloves, so there is a little bit of pressure on this container. I'm going to set this up here. I'm going to knock this with my sanitized knuckle, peel out the paper, and then start pouring in the yeast. Thank you. All right, pitching a fresh new pitch of Imperial Harvest Lager yeast on Airborne Amber Lager. We're knocking out at 50 degrees, meaning that we are sending the wort into this fermenter at 50 degrees. We have currently 12.5 barrels left to go, and we'll just keep an eye on the temp. Things are looking pretty good. I am going to be pulling a sample off of that knockout port over here in order to test pH and final gravity of this beer. And beyond that, that's really it. And then it's just a whole bunch of cleanup, which is most of what we do anyway. Let's take a sample of this wort that we're running to the fermenter. Need to glove up, grab a container. With that sample, we're both going to test pH and the gravity. So this is what you're going to see. All right. I'm going to blow a little bit of wort through here and dump it just to make sure. I want to make sure I have a quality sample, nothing that's been sticking back in the line, or I don't know. Sometimes I just assume in that channel I can get something that not like a fully homogeneous sample or whatever. That might be crazy on my part. But now off to test this stuff out. The color on this looks great. Quite happy with it. Let me grab a flashlight and I'll see if I can get you a decent view of the sight glass on Airborne Amber Lager, moving to the fermenter. Too bright. Probably nothing, but anyway, you do the best you can. All right, mic check. Okay, so we have our sample off the runoff line. We are going to check pH and gravity on this, dumping the kettle sample that we did earlier. Boom. Turning the pH meter on, and let me get a little sample of this for my gravity sample. We'll see how everything worked today. Beautiful. Got about 13.3 bricks. That pH number we'll have in just a minute. We're looking at about 5.1 on that pH number, 5.15. Honestly, I'm gonna have to dig back a little bit. I don't know if I might be looking at trying to drop that number a little bit with some acid in the kettle, but we'll see. Anyways, that's all part of like the constant growth thing. You learn new things and keep trying to implement it. So anyhow, that's where we're at right now. And that's really a wrap on this thing. There's gonna be cleanup afterwards. We're going to knock out all the clear work and then rinse everything out and spin it with hot caustic today. Spin the heat exchanger both ways. And then that's really it. And then we just wrap up and head home. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.